Hello, welcome, Soul Sisters, to your life organizer, where you will find a support system that is going to help you balance all of the things. So let's get into present mode so you can see this nice and clearly. All right, so this is it. Balance your time and energy effortlessly. This life organizer will help you do less and achieve more, all while putting yourself first. Create achievable outcomes in your zone of genius, schedule self-care practices, and amplify your strengths with the cyclical nature of the female body, right? All wrapped into one. How can it be? Here's my little introduction. And this is the first page. So this is a year at a glance. It's basically just the one-stop shop for you to really lay out all of those big events that may be happening. For example, I have my master's certification immersion in September, so that obviously needs to be looked at. Birthdays, trips, anything of that nature can go here so you can get a good bird's eye view on how your year is going to look. Next is the monthly soul work. So this is a really divine spot to come every single month just to re-declare our intentions. And as women, we are so often trying to do all the things all the time. And the truth of the matter is that when we focus on one or two areas, right, this is our wheel of life. So this is all encompassing of the different aspects we engage in and make up our life, right? So our physical environment, our business and career, our finances, our health, family and friends, those relationships, right? Romance, personal growth, fun, and recreation. And so when we can really take a step back and look at each and every month, instead of trying to maximize and do all the things in all the different areas, let's hone in on one or two for each month so that we're really just creating a steady foundation throughout the full year, right? So my question here is, what are one to two areas that will support all the other areas for you this month, right? Is that having more fun and recreation? Are you totally burnt out and you just need to have a little more fun? Is it your physical environment, right? Is your house so cluttered at the moment that like you can't even think, let alone like organize your thoughts and your business and life itself? Is it your finances? Is that your core focus this year? So picking one or two areas will really help amplify and allow you that ability to create a solid foundation in that area. And then we go a little bit further here. So now ask yourself, what are one to two goals to set yourself up for success in that area, right? What is something specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound that you can set to know that you have succeeded and really put forth the effort in that area to make it a success? So what are those goals? Then what are three simple and easy action steps that you can take to get you there, right? So writing out three actionable steps for that month, not too overwhelming, but super potent, right? And then how do you want to feel at the end of this month? Creating a mission statement can really give us a clarity and vision for how we want that month to go, and it will help us make our choices and decisions much more easily and effectively. And it's something that we can come back to time and time again. So I want you to write a mission statement, right? Like 3 to 5 sentences summarizing how you want to feel, how you want to show up so that your desires come to you with ease. And I want you to write it somewhere that you will see it very often so you can continue to remind yourself. So maybe put it up on the bathroom mirror or something like that. And then this is where the magic happens. So this is what I use so frequently. Again, like we can use bits and pieces of this or we can use the whole thing. It's all there for you to use it as a resource as you see fit. This is super helpful for me. So first I look at where I am in my cycle, right? And then looking at like what is that part of my cycle's purpose and strength at that time. Always focusing on gratitude here. So writing out what we are grateful for. We are energetic beings. So where our attention goes, energy flows. And so the more we focus on that gratitude, the more we will have to feel grateful for, right? And gratitude, as we know, is our quickest way to more love-based states. So Really powerful practice to get into not only every week, but every day. And you'll see that on another page here. So, what is something you're yearning for, right? Something that you're looking to do or achieve or have? Put that down on the universe's to-do list, right? If you're not in charge of it, um, detaching from those outcomes and really leaving it up to your higher power. And then you can look at your to-do list of actionable, tangible items that maybe support the universe's to-do list, right? Or maybe it's all the things that you need to get done, like the laundry and meal prep and this, that, and the other thing. But the whole idea of this to-do list is to really set yourself up for success for the week. And the whole point is to allow yourself to let go of the decision fatigue, right? So when you finally get time to work on something, you know exactly what it is for that day or that week. We'll be getting into that here in a moment. But basically, to brain dump all the things that are on your mind that need to be done so that we can create space in that mental area and free it up. Just get it all out on paper. And then we kind of look at, okay, this is like everything that needs to be done. Down here at the bottom, we can say, can this wait a little bit? Can this be delegated? Is there some way I can automate this? What's non-negotiable? And then, yeah, what can wait? What can I like let go of in the mental area to create space, but also keep track so that I'm not constantly trying to remember and remind myself and stress myself out about X, Y, and Z that I need to do 3 months down the road. Now, this is where I was talking about the really intentional letting go of that decision fatigue, right? Because you've written everything down that needs to be done. Now we look at the week ahead, right? And we only have so much time. So, what is it that we can do with our time that is very intentional, right? So, we're looking at this week at a bird's eye view. We're looking at our top 3 priorities for that day. So maybe that's your getting your laundry done. Maybe that's unpacking from a trip. Maybe that is having a meeting with your team. Maybe it's a family meeting. Maybe it's stuff for your business, whatever it is, top 3 priorities, right? And so now we've taken our to-do list, we've put it in action already by waking up and just knowing that I have this, and this to accomplish today. And that's it, because the rest of the week is for those other things that were on my to-do list. And then here you can see the key. We have a line for body movement. So that could look like rest. It could look like a workout. It could look like a walk, whatever it is, going to a yoga class. And then we have learn or share. So this is really for you just to grow your intelligence. And maybe it's a soul seekers podcast, something that fills up your cup, listening to an audiobook. Maybe it's reading a book, although that could be under your soul work that day too. So there's there's a line for that, right? Focusing on intentionally making soul care for ourselves, right? If we don't pencil it in, it's not going to happen. And I'll get into this more on the next page. So you can see how each line is really intentional and gives you that accountability that you're looking for each and every day to put yourself first, move your body, which we know is so important, fill up your cup with something good, right? The more we hear and the more people we're around, that's what we elevate to. So, putting a nice podcast in your ear, or that audiobook, or whatever it may be, will really help you align and focus and turn your energy to where you want it to be. And then, of course, there is a meal line because we all need to eat. And it's so much easier when you can just look at the week, know what you're going to be eating each day. And again, how many times have we had that conversation? What are we going to eat for dinner tonight? Like, let's just X-nay that out of our world and think of how much more peace there will be. Down here in the bottom, again, we have more gratitude and another radar parking lot list that if you need to, as you go on throughout your week, add for your next week's evaluation of the to-do list that we just saw on the last page. It will be there for you to remember. Now this kind of came and went for me, but this is so much more back in action now for me personally. The daily planning. So I have it in 30-minute increments so that we can really hone in and keep ourselves accountable throughout the day, right? So we have those three to-do list tasks. We have our soul work and we have to eat, right? So we're going to put that all in here so that we're not scrolling on our phones when for 30 minutes when we could have been completing one of our tasks in that time, right? So this is really key. I use this a lot when I was breastfeeding because I needed it so badly to really dedicate and keep myself accountable, like I said, to doing what I'm saying I'm going to do within the day that I've assigned to it, right? Instead of being like, okay, I have these three things to do, and then we've let like the whole morning go by the wayside, and it's now 1 p.m., and now you're stressed out because you only have 2 hours before you have to go get your kids, that sort of thing. So if that resonates, please utilize this. It is really helpful. And like I said, I've kind of like let it go and come back to it. And I can tell you I'm so much more productive and present with my family when I do utilize this because it is such a great accountability partner. All right. And then weekly assessment, right? Like let's look at how our week went. What do we need to improve? Did we meet 70% of those action steps or goals? Great. Let's rewrite the goal so that we've achieved it, right, in our minds, so that we're training ourselves that we are successful. And so you can answer these questions, more gratitude, and then also really acknowledging the celebrations and the wins that we've had for that week. And how are you celebrating them? That's really important because so many times we don't give ourselves enough credit and we're just going and going and going on this hamster wheel, and that's not serving anybody. So when we take the time to step back and really celebrate our wins and bask in our accomplishments, and maybe we had that win with our kiddo that was really tough to handle in the moment and you kept your cool and it was a really great experience for everyone, like celebrate that and celebrate yourself and keep doing it over and over and over. Maybe that's a date night with your partner, however that looks. And then again, coming back to that mission statement, how did that go for you? So this is really just a check-in, and then we do it all again the next week. So that is it. I hope you find this so helpful. I've literally been using this system for years and I tweak it here and there. Like the Wheel of Life was a new thing I learned when I became certified, so I have added that in. And yeah, please let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, revelations. I want to hear about them. This has been a pivotal tool for me in my success, and I hope it will be for you as well. Thank you so much, guys, and have a great day.